Hello and welcome to another update on the Sherwood real estate market. My name is Steve Thoele, principal broker with Premier Property Group. This update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity, ending this past Sunday, May 21st. So you share my screen with you now and go through the info here with you. So first off, we'll look at active listing activity. As of the time I put this together, we had four homes come on the market last week. In Sherwood, which you can see is a low for the past 8 weeks. So pretty slow week in terms of new listings. Ended the week with 60 homes active on the market, which you can see is down a little bit from the prior couple of weeks. Median list price and days on market for the active listings. You can see where that's tracked. We kind of started at a low of 815 to begin with. Then it got clear up to about 864,000 about a month ago. And past 2 weeks been close to about 830, so 828,000 this last week for the most recent 60 homes on the market right now in Sherwood. And as far as the days on market, you can see that's been very steady here the past month or so now, right at 30 days of average market time in Sherwood for the active listings. Moving along to pending sales. Let's see, last week we had 6 properties go pending in Sherwood. And it's kind of in the middle of the range where it's been. We had a low of 4, high of 14. And in terms of total pendings, you can kind of see it hasn't varied a whole lot. We had a low of 43, high of 52, and this last week was 44 is the most recent number. So it hasn't varied much over the past 2 months of time here. The median price days on market for those pendings. You can see we were in kind of the 680, 690 range to begin with, and then it just jumped up to the 630 mark. It's been there for 3 weeks now, 730,000, excuse me, for the past 3 weeks now. And then days on market, you can kind of see after getting a high of 27 days about 6 weeks back, we've been sitting at 15 days for the past month now of the average days on market in Sherwood. So, things still selling, relatively quickly here, just with about 2 weeks of average market time. Things have been getting into contract. And then lastly, we'll look at sold listings. So this, as of the time I put this info together, we had 5 properties crossover from pending to sold last week in Sherwood, down quite a bit from the prior week where we had 13, which you can kind of see is a high for the past 8 weeks. When I look up over the prior 4 weeks of closings on a week-by-week basis here, you can kind of see we had a low of 24 closings, and that kind of was built up to 37 here 2 weeks back. So last week fell back a little bit to 34 is the most recent number over the prior, last immediate 4 weeks. And then the median sold price and days on market for the solds, you kind of see that's been holding very steady over the past 6 weeks or so now. Last week came in at 674,000, down a little bit from the prior weeks here. And then days on market, that has been on the rise for the closed sales. We had a low of 6 days of average market time here about 7 weeks back. And over this past month now, it's been close to about 3 weeks of average market time, 21, 22, 23 days, right around there. Most recent number, 22 days for this most recent 34 homes that have closed in Sherwood. And then to finish up here, we'll look at weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So the red bars is that weeks of inventory number, kind of looking at relative supply and demand. We had a low of 5 weeks of inventory to begin with here 8 weeks back. That grew up to about 10 weeks just a couple weeks later. And then it's on average been kind of declining from there. This last week came in at about 7 weeks. We've been at about 7 weeks now for the couple weeks of data here. So less than 2 months worth of inventory right now in Sherwood based upon the, current levels of supply and demand. So still a very active market, very much a seller's market situation still in Sherwood. And the last thing, sale price as a percent of the original list price, you can see that that's been bouncing, had a low of, 97, a little over 97%. And then clear up to almost list price. So this last week came in at a little under 98% of asking price. So homes still selling relatively close, very close to what sellers are asking for. So still just paints the picture of kind of this continuing seller's market, just marked by limited supply and still active amount of demand, even though we're still kind of battling higher interest rates. There still is definitely people out there that want to buy and are looking. So hope that information is helpful to you. As always, if I can ever answer any questions or be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. My number and email are down below the video in the description. So call, text, email, and I'd be happy to respond. And as always, I would really appreciate any likes, comments, shares that you have. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It's a great way for you to stay up to date on what's happening in your local market. So as always, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day and week ahead, and we'll see you on the next update.